Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech. How's everyone doing tonight? So tonight, basically, just going to be just a general tech Q&A about like usual. Kind of want to do these live streams here. Going to be discussing also if older flagship phones from a couple years ago, if they're still relevant in today, and budget phones as well as some MetroPCS changes and all kind of cool stuff. So definitely going to hit into a lot of different things, stuff like that. So yeah, so how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone that's joined in. It has been a little while since I've done a live stream, but it's okay. It's all good. You know how it is. So let's go ahead and pull up my channel here. That way I can read your comments and all that kind of good stuff. So give me one moment here to bring this up. So, individual, what's going on, man? DJ1I28, hey, how's it going? Tech Insanity says, Sup CV with a donation of $2. So, shout out to Tech Insanity for that donation. Appreciate that a lot, man. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jim, what do you think about buying a used Pixel off eBay if the price is right? I think that, it's pretty much whatever anybody wants to buy. It's pretty much, up to anybody's preference. I believe that the Pixel, original Pixel, if the price is right, is still a good buy. Nothing wrong with older flagships. Nothing wrong with a phone that's been out for 2-3 years or whatever. If it still works great and it still works good, because I mean, honestly, a lot of these phones that were flagship that were out a few years ago were the best thing since sliced bread, just a couple years ago. And now it's like that these phones are no longer relevant. They're not any good anymore, and you shouldn't even be doing nothing on them anymore. So but I kind of beg to differ on that, and I believe that thousands of others think the same way. So yeah, I believe that that the Pixel would be good. Make sure it's in very good condition. Buying a used phone on eBay is kind of one of those slippery slopes sometimes. I know people right now who have actually bought used flagship phones, not even that old, and it says brand new, and when they get it, parts are falling off of it, battery life is shot. So just be very careful and research the seller really good on eBay when buying a used phone. It's been raining all afternoon here in Houston. Oh, okay, yeah, we're in a winter storm warning here actually, but that pretty much means nothing. Yeah, there's a car parked right here beside me. He's actually my parking space, but anyway, it's all good. No big deal. Epic Fantasy Gaming. Hey, what's going on? What's up, Sean White? What's going on? Looks like some people didn't get notification. Yeah, I got 15 watching. Usually by now there's more, but it's all right. It's no big deal. I haven't been on here. Like I haven't been on here in a minute. So be sure to hit that like button. That'd be awesome. Subscribe if you haven't. That would also be great as well. I'm going to be doing some changes a little bit here and there on video, stuff like that, and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah. What's up, Ryan Lynn? How's it going? Thank you for liking the video. 69TM. That range is hit brown. Oh, okay. I want to get that 6S Plus for Metro for 100 on the 18th. Also, that's what's up. Yeah. Good luck finding it. It'll probably be like the 6S was on Metro, like a needle in a haystack, I guess you could say. So the 6S Plus for $100 is a really good deal. Most of them are probably gonna charge you the full retail price of that phone sales tax. So don't expect to get out for cheap. That's the problems I had with MetroPCS. I never did make my video about MetroPCS, probably won't. I may discuss it a little bit here in this video as well, some problems that I had with the authorized retailers. My problem wasn't really with Metro per se, it was the authorized retailers who wanted to pretty much screw you into paying full retail price. Now, we all know that the iPhone 6S does not cost $600. Okay, you can buy an iPhone XR at Boost Mobile for $649, and some places are unlocked are not even much higher than that. An iPhone 8 you can get for around $599 now, and they want to charge you the full retail tax these authorized retailers want to charge you a full retail tax on a phone for free. So be careful, don't get scammed, don't get screwed. Yeah. Yes, I have seen pictures of the Nokia 8.1 and how's it going, Tech Rants. It looks really nice. I have really contemplating buying the Nokia 7.1. You know, I've been kind of teeter-tottering here and there on buying the 7.1. It looks really nice, but then I'm thinking, do I really need it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Omar E, what's going on? My night's going okay. Hope yours is going good. What's up, Barry Eaton? How's it going? Mike Can says, what's up, RJ? I just got me 2015 my Moto X with that 801 processor and 2.5 gigahertz. What I'm disappointed in, it should have had 3 gigabytes of RAM instead of 2. Well, it's 3 years old. So 3 years old, 2 gigabytes of RAM, you know, was not bad. And honestly, it's still not bad today. Now, if that was a flagship phone in 2015, then yeah, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 2 to 3 was pretty much the norm, I guess you would say, 3 years ago. You know, because it is 3 years old. You know, so you know, one thing that you're going to miss out on older flagships is more RAM, more storage, and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, you know, it is what it is. So unfortunately, yeah, good phones, and they're still, in my opinion, they still work well in 2018 going 2019. But you know, sometimes you gotta kind of you know, you gotta deal with lower RAM and storage, stuff like that. Okay, why was this guy timed out? I'm curious. Not too happy with Metro stuff going on, but they work best in my area, and Sprint did us wrong, and we are happily leaving. Yeah, like I said, basically, you know, when it comes to Metro, authorized retailers, they're out to screw you pretty much. So basically, just make sure they don't try to charge you full retail tax on a phone that's $100. You know, they're going to charge you whatever I mean, if they wanted $600 for the 6S retail, then the 6S Plus is going to be even higher than that. So if you're going to pay $100 for the phone, 50 for the plan, 15 for the activation, that's 165 right there already. Then they're going to want to charge you an extra $70, if not more, for taxes on that phone retail price. So it's going to cost you over $200 and some for a $100 phone and a port. So some don't do that. I would say 8 out of 10 Metro stores I went into tried to give me that line of bull about the tax, and most of them, a couple of them were legit, and they were the real thing, and most of them wanted to just pad their pockets. That's pretty much all it was to it. Hey, what's up, Michael West? But yeah, $30 for that dang SIM and activation plus the tax on the phones. It comes out to a lot now. Yes, it does. Hey, Shay Kennedy, how you doing? What's up, C Butler? What's going on? Hey, Lady Red, how you doing? You know I'm rocking my 2016 Moto X Pure, 808 and 3 gigabytes of RAM, super fast, and the camera is awesome. Battery not so much. Yeah, like I'm saying, I rock older flagships now. You know, I know if it's not a 2018 flagship, and if it's last year's or 2 years ago, you know, these phones were like the best phones since sliced bread when they first came out, and now they're considered budget, junk, low end, no count. And that's not the case. You know, I still rock with my S7. The S7 works great. The V20 I have, you know, it works great. It's 2 years old, and it still works good. Does everything I wanted to do just fine. Don't got to buy a S9 or S9 Plus, or don't got to buy a V40 or, you know, an iPhone XS Max. If you to get a good experience, I mean, you buy an iPhone 6S, 3 years old, in basic usage, it's going to work just as good as a newer flagship iPhone, except for whenever you get into the higher graphic intense games and more RAM management, stuff like that. Of course, that's where you'll see the 6S and the 7's age. But for the newer, just for regular usage, yeah. Can you do a video with the new LG Stylo Plus? You mean the Stylo 4 Plus? I'm not planning on buying the Stylo 4 Plus. I bought the Stylo 4 a while back. I didn't like it, so probably will not be buying no Stylo 4 Plus. Baron Fuentes, what's up, man? I was trying to ask you if unlockriver.com does really work to unlock phones. I'm trying to unlock my iPhone SE I bought from a carrier named Total Wireless. You cannot unlock any Total Wireless phone through any unlocking company at all. It might give you the option to do it, but if you finalize it, it won't go through. Okay, I have Total Wireless, and basically iPhones, Androids alike, you are not able to unlock those phones. You have to be on the account 1 solid year, no changes, current on your bill for 1 solid year, and then they'll unlock your phone. But there is no company that can unlock a Total Wireless phone. Y'all were good? Awesome. Heck, I may just get the 6S. The 6S is 6S Plus hard to find. The chick at Metro said she could order me one, but it's the same phone, really just bigger display. Yeah, there you go. And it ain't like the 7 where they went, you know, from the regular with a regular camera, and then with the Plus they went with a dual camera, stuff like that. And with like the 7, they had like 2 gigabytes of RAM. The 7 Plus had 3 gigabytes of RAM. So in the 7 and above is when they began to change from the regular to the Plus size. You know, the 6S really was just like the screen size, I want to say. What's up, David B? Epic Fantasy Gaming, what's going on? How do I active my track phone? It keeps saying error, please help. I've never actually activated a track phone from track phone. So if there's an error, good luck. I mean, really good luck. Their system could be down. Or anything right now trying to activate a track phone. I would wait till tomorrow maybe, and maybe call them. Good luck with that as well. But honestly, I can't help you out with that because I've never actually done an activation with actual track phone. I have with Total Wireless and Straight Talk. But if it keeps giving you an error, then it may be on their end. It could be something wrong on your end. I really couldn't tell you, to be honest, you know, and I don't want to give you any kind of false information on that. What's up, Joe Moore? Do you still like the Moto E5 Plus, and how much better is it than the ZTE Max XL? I've never owned the E5 Plus. I've only owned the E5 Play and the E5, but not the E5 Plus. But I hear the E5 Plus is a great phone. Y'all know I'm not a really big Motorola fan. But if it's a good phone, it's a good phone regardless of the brand. But I've never used the E5 Plus, and but in my opinion, since it's newer, it will probably be better and more powerful than the Max XL. Since the Max XL is, you know, is kind of old, been out for a while. So yeah, I mean, if you're contemplating the E5 Plus, I'd probably pull the trigger on it, because honestly, I've heard a lot of good stuff about the E5 Plus, but hey, do what you want to do, you know? So do the corporate Metro stores still charge tax to the phone? That I don't know. I've never been into a Metro corporate store. I've only been to the authorized dealers. So the corporate stores is probably going to do you better than an authorized retailer. And the Metro only has the rose gold one. Yes, the 6S Plus, they have space gray, and the 6S only rose gold. Mine's a rose gold. I'm on the 6S right now in this live stream, and honestly, I got a really nice case on it, and so yeah, I mean, don't bother me one bit. Thank you, Jose Perez, for that donation of $1. Shout out to Jose Perez. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thumbs up to you, man. Appreciate it. Does your iPhone SE heat up from the back normally? You know, if you're pushing it, if you're gaming with it, and if you're pushing it pretty hard, then yeah, it's going to warm up. But typically, my iPhone SE don't get too hot unless I am in a lower coverage area on LTE and it's struggling to find service, and it's struggling. Then I find my iPhone's heating up, or that's with any phone. It heats up more, battery drains a lot faster. So sometimes it does, sometimes it don't, depending on, you know, what you're doing on your phone. What's going on, Eugene Church? Rob Dillard, what's going on, man? What's up, Xander Renton? How's it going? So get 36 watching, 14 likes. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been here. The iPhone was not very well charged, so I had to plug it in. So hopefully, like the last stream I done where it just shut me off and froze up on me, because it got too cold. Hopefully, with it charging and on LTE, no NetBuddy tonight, on straight MetroPCS LTE. And hopefully it'll keep it good and warm where it won't shut like it did last time. Mr. Nick, what's going on? I love Neil Live. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've been live. Really haven't been feeling it, so I haven't really been doing it. But yeah, I'm here tonight, so thank y'all for joining in. I was debating between the iPhone 6s, 6s Plus, the LG Q7 Plus, or the A6. By the side of the iPhone. Yeah, any of those phones would be good. Of course, the iPhone being the older out of the three. But you know, in my opinion, the 6s, 6s Plus is still very relevant. It works great, does good, and really under basic usage, it works just as good as a new iPhone. Especially when you get to the more graphic intensive games and trying to do, if you want to keep 30 apps in the background open, which I don't know why anybody will, basically a lot of, I know that gaming with a RAM has a lot to do with it as well, but it's like if you can't hold 30 apps open in the background, then your phone's junk. I mean, it's crazy thing that you're seeing now on YouTube and what people are saying that you got to have in order to be relevant anymore on YouTube. If you got to have the latest and greatest flagships. If you can afford to buy a $1,000 phone every 2-3 months, and you're irrelevant. That's just ridiculous. People still enjoy seeing videos on a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 1-year-old flagship. They still love seeing budget phones because a lot of people are on a budget. So I mean, honestly, according to the thousands and thousands of views on the iPhone 6s, people still are interested in it, even though there is a lot of unboxings out there. People still enjoy watching them, and honestly, what's the big deal? Glad you're back in the office. Love you. Thank you, Eugene Church. Appreciate it. How about the blue XL4 for 100? The XL4 for 100 is a really good deal, and honestly, for $100, I can say it's a go. I've never used it, whatever, but I've seen some unboxings on it, and honestly, for $100, it's unlocked. It's gonna be hard to find a phone better than the XL4 that's unlocked for $100. How are the MediaTek versus Snapdragon? Do they lag bad or get hot? Well, both of them do. I've seen Snapdragons about burn your hands off, and I've seen MediaTeks about burn your hands off. It just depends on how hard you're pushing the phone. And everything else. There's people that will dog a MediaTek processor. My opinion, they're not bad. If you get a good MediaTek processor, they're not bad at all. Most are Snapdragon, of course, but MediaTeks are not bad. Thank you, Mr. Nick. How do the Metro speeds stack up to better SIM? Do they improve them from when you last had them? About the same. I tested my speeds before I went live, and I'm pulling around 90 megabits down and around 30 megabits up on Metro. My better SIM is right here, and I'm probably pulling, about the same, probably between a 90 and 100, So yeah. I'm on the XL4 now. So see, Butler got the XL4. It doesn't heat up. Performance is pretty good too. Yeah, that 2.2 or that 2 gigahertz P22 Helio processor is a pretty good processor. Nothing in the world wrong with it. It works great, runs great, and really don't have any issues, to be honest with you. Thank you, Justin Grant. Appreciate that. I just got done rearranging my room a little. It went really well. Okay. Watch this on the Galaxy A6. Yeah, the A6, I was kind of playing around with the A6 as well, but just kind of decided against it, I watched this on the Galaxy A6. So got some Galaxy A6 owners in here. Okay, cool. That's what's up. The Galaxy A6, yeah, I've heard good things, really good things about it, my blue phone right here, the blue Vivo 11, runs the 2 gigahertz Helio P22 MediaTek, and it gets warm sometimes, but the performance is Really, really good. I mean, honestly, yeah, I would put it up against some like older flagships from like 2 years ago. I would put it up against the S7. You know, no fast charging your Type C on the Galaxy A6. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, Type C is really good to have. I like Type C, but I'm really for either one. I don't really care. I mean, a deal breaker for me is not Type C or micro USB. Lots of new names here tonight. Yes, yeah, I've seen a few. Smile okay. Hey, what's going on? Cameras are very good on the A6 and performance is great for the price. Yeah, the performance on the A6, the processor is the same one as in the J7 Crown, the Exynos 7885, which is a very solid processor. And I heard that the cameras are about on par with like an S7 camera. So I've heard really good things about the A6. And the build quality I hear is awesome. I'm watching you on my HP Stream 11 laptop, and while I hate Windows 10, it does a decent job, and I'm so glad I can watch my favorite tech channel, that being you. Thank you, Mr. Nick. Appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Mike Can with a $1 donation. A shout out to Mike Can. Thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate that a lot. So shout out to you, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. So yeah. Like I say, you know, do y'all think that the older flagships from like 2016, 2017, even 2015 are still relevant? Are they still something that people want to see? Is it still, are they phones that people want to still know about? Knowing if they're still worth it in 2018 going into 2019. You know, if they're still holding up, if they're still doing very well. Or are they irrelevant anymore? You know, if it's not flagship of 2018, or if it's not phones that are newly released, are they just irrelevant and you shouldn't even, you know, or I mean, what are y'all's opinions on that? I would love to know. How are you liking the red new phone? I'm loving it. The phone works great. I have no issue with it. I really wish that the video recording mic would get an update to fix that problem. Other than that, the phone works great. I don't have it with me tonight. But you know, it's a good phone. And that red is just second to none. That red is beautiful. I was thinking of getting the LG G6 still. Yeah, that's last year's flagship phone. $30 right now on a port in on Boost Mobile. You cannot beat that price. I mean, wow. That's just crazy. Ruby Red is eye candy, not going to lie. Yeah, it is. Cameras on the G6 and G5 is still great. Absolutely. Hey, thank you, Rob Diller, for that donation of $2. Shout out to Rob Diller. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it a lot. Means a lot. Thank you so much. How is your ZTE Blade? I don't have the Blade View. I have the Blade Max 2S. And honestly, the Blade Max 2S is doing great. I've not looked for cases on it. I'm not looking for any cases. I don't really carry it right now. But yeah, the phone has been working great, and I got more videos coming on as well. You know, my thoughts on it and my review on it, because you know I haven't done it yet, so I gotta get covered as well. What do you think about the Moto G6 and G6 Plus? I don't know too much about and what can you tell me about those phones? The Moto G6 is a good phone. It's just your average stock Android basic phone. The G6 Plus, I've not seen. I didn't even know they even had a G6 Plus, to be honest with you. But the G6 is a decent phone. It works well. You know, it has a Snapdragon 450 with 3 gigabytes of RAM. The phone looks nice. The cameras are decent. The screen looks decent. So really, there's not much to say about it. The phone just works great. I mean, it's not a powerhouse. If you're wanting to play like a lot of really graphic intensive games, you know, you might have some hiccup here and there, of course. But overall, it's not a bad phone. The G6 Plus, though, I haven't heard much about it. So yeah. William says, I have the Samsung J3 Prime. I love it so far. Okay, cool. Tech Rants asks, what number did you port to Metro? My Cricket number. Yep, got the Mellow Yellow with me right here. Always have it. RJ, I need that rant video, bro. I'm waiting to see it. You know, honestly, I've kind of wanted to let it go. You know, I'm basically talking about it tonight as well, about the whole deal with Metros. Basically, not MetroPCS itself, but their authorized retailers Some of them were scams. Some of them wanted to charge you retail tax of like $600 on an iPhone 6s, making you pay a lot more money. Some retailers were just, were being straight up. Some retailers were not letting me pour it out because I've been with Cricket for 1 month. They give me this bullcrap line about having to be with the carrier for 3 months before you can pour it out, which is nonsense. Some carriers never even mentioned it. Some carriers said 2 months. Some carriers said 3 months before you can pour it out. And really, go to MetroPCS website, look at their poured in exclusions, and the only exclusion you'll see about poured ins is you cannot be a past Metro customer 90 days prior to porting back into Metro. That's the only deal on the Metro site where you cannot get the port in deal, is if you've been a Metro PCS customer 90 days prior to reporting back in. So yeah, the whole crap that they gave me in the store about, oh, sorry, you've been on Cricket for 1 month, you can be with them for 2 months, 3 months to port out. That's all a bunch of bull crap just on their end. You do not have to be with them for that long. That's just their ridiculous policies or whatever. Because there's nothing on the Metro site that even claims that at all. So I don't, they're authorized retailers. They can charge you what they want to charge you. They can scam you as much as they want to scam you, and they can get by with it. Hey Rose Jane, how you doing? Awesome stream so far, killing it with them dollar donations. Yeah, hey, that's what I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Never tried Mellow Yellow, man. You ain't living. I know, right? You like my profile picture? Sorry, I'm a little camera shy. I'm having a hard time seeing it here on this phone. So yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing it here. A little bitty bubble. True, I respect that. I'm learning to let things go too, man. But I fully agree. Auto retailers are terrible. Corporate stores are best. Yeah, I haven't seen a corporate store, to be honest. I mean, I know that everybody else pretty much covered the whole Metro deal, and so they had it on lock. They had it good. And basically, all I was going to all my rant video about Metro was going to basically getting tongue tied here, was basically going to be about how the retailers, some of them were charging you some tax, but not like full retail tax, and how that was a scam. Them telling you if you've been with the carrier for a month and didn't like the carrier and wanted to port to Metro, them going there and saying that, oh, we're sorry, but our system won't allow us and all this crap, whatever, when other systems would. That right there's a lie in itself. Whenever some stores would let you and some stores said that they couldn't. That was one thing I was going to mention about them as well. Another thing was I went to some Metro stores and a half an hour before closing time, and them shooing me away like I wasn't even there. I'm like, you're 30 minutes to closing time, and you're locking the doors, and you won't come on. And I got all the, I mean, this one Metro store, the first store I went into to buy the 6S, they had the phone out, they was scanning everything, they put my number in there, he called his boss, and when we got the phone, he canceled the whole thing out and said, sorry, we can't do this because you've only been with Cricket for 1 month. And I'm like, your computer never said that until you called in, and then you got some kind of bullcrap excuse. I'm like, come on now, Boost don't do that, Cricket don't do that crap, but Metro, I mean, it was just all a bunch of baloney, Oh, and I got notification. Yay, awesome. I'm doing good. That's good. Awesome. Got the lurking eyes in there. I see it. Dude, Sprint said we get $100 for each line switch. I never seen my $300 card. Then they were saying they use Wi-Fi at their home because the service was so bad. They admitted that. Yeah, it's crazy. I finished watching later. I am at work. Oh, okay. Metro stores asking for ID, also fake. I've never been asked for my, well, I have been asked for my ID just to get the address, basically, before. So I have been asked for my ID before, and not really in Metro. When I got my iPhone 6S, I'm trying to remember, did I give him my ID? No, I did not. Actually, I think I did give him my ID at MetroPCS. I think he asked for my ID. I don't mind. I don't care. I mean, you know, but yeah, he asked for my ID at MetroPCS. So, no big deal. I didn't care. You know, the other ones I went to didn't. So I guess it's just depending on the store you go to. Like, why pay for a service when you already have to rely on your Wi-Fi? I know, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, Sprint has like this magic box to give you like really good service without having, you know, and all like that. But if your Wi-Fi goes out, then the box don't work. So you're pretty much in the same boat again. Never been asked for ID at any Metro. I was, when I got my 6S, when I actually got my 6S, I want to say that I gave him my ID. I can't say 100%. I've already forgotten. But I do want to say that I did. I'm pretty sure I did. My local corporate Metro store asks for ID. Yeah, I guess some do and some don't. What's up, resale value? What's going on? Do you like ZTE phones? Absolutely. I'm a big ZTE fan. I've always been a big ZTE fan. I've had a bunch of their phones, and a lot of phones I've seen others have with a lot of issues, and I've never had a bit of issue with any of them, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of it's just kind of like nitpick stuff. Thinking of purchasing one. I have had problems with the automatic shutdown reboot issue in the past, but I'm currently on AT&T prepaid, thinking of switching carriers. Yeah, what kind of ZTE phone are you planning on looking at, or are you looking at right now currently? So I got 34 watching right now, 20 likes. Thank y'all so much. Be sure to smash that like button. I appreciate it. No, I have not watched YouTube Rewind 2018. Magic boxes are good until the storm hits, your power goes out, and you're back to 0 bars. That's what I'm saying. The same way with Metro. Metro offers a signal box as well, I guess, that hooks to Wi-Fi. Or maybe it don't. Maybe it just plugs into the wall. I don't know how it works with Metro. But if it's hooked into your Wi-Fi, and like I said, a storm hits, your power goes out, then you're back at 0 bars again. So what's really the point, you know? I still have the ZTE Blade X, not Blade X Max, and this phone is so indestructible because I dropped it on the sidewalk. I threw it against the wall, and this phone is still shatterproof. Yeah, the ZTE Blade X is a great phone. I have it as well, and honestly, for a good budget phone, the Blade X is still a very solid device. That red new mobile G3 would work for Metro full LTE, right? Yes, it works on full LTE. It has all the necessary bands. You don't have like all the newest, like band 71. I don't think band 66, stuff like that. But yeah, everywhere I've been with my new mobile G3 on T-Mobile, Metro on T-Mobile, works perfect, full signal, full LTE, no problem whatsoever. I may buy that phone later, bro. Really good deal for $200, and I love that red. That red is phenomenal. Look, that red looks really. I mean, honestly, the camera cannot do it justice on how good the red actually looks. I tried taking a picture of it, and it just did not. It can't compare. That red is smoking. It's kind of like, I guess, it kind of reminds me of the same look when I seen Jay Will's unboxing of the Honor 8X. That red, it kind of looks the same. The other night, the AT&T Moto AT&T Moto Z2 Force was $99 on eBay and the Moto site. Insane deal. I wish I would have known that. Wow, 99 bucks. That is not bad at all. And I'm still rocking with the ZTE Blade Z Max with Metro. Love this phone. Yeah, that phone still works great as well. I mean, anybody that tries to tell you that a phone's outdated, that you need to update, that your phone is crap or your phone is junk, and you need to update your phone, don't listen to anybody. Rock with what you want to use. Don't let anybody tell you that you got to upgrade if you like your phone. Because I mean, unless you want to upgrade, that's always your choice. Don't let anybody ever try to sit there and try to make you upgrade because they make you feel inferior if you don't. Because at the end of the day, it's just a stupid phone, okay? It don't mean anything. It's an object. It's just a phone. Okay, these things didn't matter 20 years ago. And smartphones didn't matter. You know how long have smartphones really? Well, yeah, about 10 years. So who cares? You know, and don't let anybody judge your social status on the phone that you use. People love to do that. If you can't afford flagship, then you're poor. That's what everybody says. That's not true. Use what you can use. Buy what you can buy. That's why I unbox and look at very cheap budget phones as well, because there is a big market for those. And I don't diss anybody. I don't trash talk people because they got a cheap phone. I mean, who cares? Use what you want to use. Use what you can afford. And honestly, just do what you can do. You know, if you can't afford a Note 9 or these $1,000 iPhones, don't go bankrupt trying to buy one. You know, there's nothing wrong with using an older phone. Not a thing wrong with it. I'm not sure I am on a budget. $50 or less would be ideal, and I want to switch to Cricket or Boost Mobile. Let me see here. Let me see what your last. Okay, honestly, I know it's an older phone. If you want to stay at that price or less, and you're porting over to Cricket, the ZTE Blade X, while you can still find them, I think it's free in a port-in. If I'm not mistaken, now I could be wrong. Just check the cricketwireless.com prices or call a Cricket store. But I believe that the ZTE Blade X is free in a port-in right now at Cricket. That's a fantastic phone. It's a budget phone. It's not for heavy gaming, for very heavy usage, but the phone works great. I've had no issues with mine whatsoever. It's been a great phone and a great experience since I've had it and been using it. I'm going to get it unlocked and use it on Metro or T-Mobile or whatever. So, yeah. My phone is going black a lot when I'm on YouTube and when I'm on Facebook. Lady said the Moto E5 Super is so good, so I'm probably going to get it. My Blade X Max is shot. Yeah. If it's shot, you know, then it's about time for an upgrade if it ain't working too good anymore. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with ZTE phones that are currently out. Haven't seen many in stores. Yeah, there's not very many in stores. There's not. Black and red are my favorite colors. Red on a phone is just sweet. Yeah, I mean, and I also kind of like the way that New Mobile done the front of the red model. On the blue model, the front has the same blue on top and bottom as the back. And on the tiger's eye brown, golden brown, it's got kind of like an olive green on the top and front, on the top and bottom in the front, and then that really nice color on the back. But on the red one, instead of putting the red on top and the bottom, it's solid black. And I like that a lot better, personally. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. 100% RJ. I respect you. Thank you. And you know, I'm glad that, you know, could be a help, you know. My daughter has a Blade X. That's the phone I should have bought when I want a phone with a 6-inch screen, 32 gigabytes of storage. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. I will check it out. Jeremiah. UMID GSM smartphone are great for 80 to 300, or so depends on which phone you pick. OnePlus for more high-end phones with great features and battery life, and fastest phone on the market. Yeah, the OnePlus 6T and the 6s, they're really nice phones. Really nice phones. What is the new $15 startup fee at Boost Mobile for? I don't know. I have no idea. I know that I went to a Boost Mobile store several months back, and they wanted to charge me a $15 setup fee. And I guess it's just, you know, putting the SIM card in the phone, turning it on, make sure it makes a phone call, $15 fee. All it is just another way to get money. That's all it is. Something that they used to never charge for. Now you go into a store, they open the phone up, they turn the phone on, It activates by itself. They do nothing to set it up, okay, when the phone's out of the box, because the SIM card's already inside the phone. They turn it on, it activates, they make a test call. If it works, here's your phone, $15. Rip? I think so. Yeah, no problem, David. The LG G6 is starting with a port in at Boost. I think you can get the J75 for free as well. Why would you want to get a J75 for free when you can buy a G6 for $30? That's just my thoughts on it there, y'all. The J75 is an okay phone, but the G6, yeah, $30 is, you know. Hello from Savannah, Georgia. Hey, what's up? Thank you for joining. I'd love to see Sony come out with some more devices that are budget. yeah, wouldn't we all? Sony's never sold a budget phone. Well, the Sony Xperia L1 that I've had for a while, was like $200 and some, and honestly, that phone is not worth nowhere near what they're charging. And the L2 is not much better, and it's like $249. And I gotta be honest with you, there's much better phones out there for that price range than what Sony is selling those budget phones for. They're just not worth the money. That L1 is not a bad phone, but it's definitely not worth the price point. We'd love to see Sony and Metro Cricket and Boost. Yeah, you only money to see Sony is unlocked phones. Cricket charges $25 now. They're getting you said Cricket there twice. So what's did you mean beforehand? Rip, I think so. Haha. $15 fee, something to smile about. Yeah. How are you doing? How's it going, Keith Heaton? Not all stores carry the G6. Yeah, not all stores do. I know when the first store I called says yes, we have the G6. So I'm like, wow, okay. I'm surprised. The first store that I called and they said they have it in stock, and I'm like, that's surprising. But $30 now for a port in, to find them will probably be hard to do. I just went to Cricut's website and it says the Fortune 2 are free and a port in, so like a good deal. Is the Blade X free as well? If the Blade X is free, the Fortune 2 you really, unless you got to have a phone, the Fortune 2. If you can get the Blade X for free, the Fortune 2 is. I have watched since 14K. Awesome, thank you. Umidigi A3 Pro 88 to 120 depends on where you buy, and their A3 the Unity 1 Max 199. Yeah, I was looking at the A3 Pro as well, and the only problem that I have with that phone is the processor is a very weak one. The 6739 is not a very powerful processor. The other phones carriers are going to be rip-offs like Cricket. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ryan Lynn says, don't get the Fortune 2. Not a good phone. Nah. Oh, the Blade X is not on their site anymore. Wow. Cricket discontinued the Blade X. Get the Moto E5 Cruise. Leave the Fortune 2 on the shelf. Yes. If you can't get the Blade X, if no stores in your area carry the Blade, because see, some stores still have some like back stock or whatever of a Blade X. If you can get a Blade X, I will get the Blade X over the E5 Cruise or Fortune 2. But if you can't get the Blade X, and the E5 Cruise would be my second choice. You know, in that price range of free, pretty much. So the Fortune 2, I would leave alone, personally. So yeah, the E5 Cruise is a lot better phone than the Fortune 2, believe me. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Blade X for free on Cricut's website. Yeah, they said if they've discontinued it, then of course you won't see it. But you're liable to be able to go to a Cricut store. They may have one in the back that nobody's bought, and if they, you know, honestly, I would ask, because honestly, out of the Fortune 2, the E5 Cruise, or the Blade X would be hands down, no competition, grab over any of those three phones. Which is best? Lady Red, the 5 Cruise or the Supra? Supra is a lot better than the E5 Cruise for performance. Screen size is a lot bigger, battery life's a lot more, better RAM, better processor. So yeah, definitely the Supra. Now it says excludes port ends from AT&T. No, that's always been that way. You cannot with Metro, you can't be on T-Mobile or Simple Mobile or anybody that does it. With Boost Mobile, you can't be with Sprint, nothing like that. It has to be a non-carrier affiliated to be able to port in. So with Cricket, you cannot port from AT&T to Cricket and get the port in price. It's always been that way. You're very welcome there, Rose Jane. Do you think the Kia budget phone only budget phone with good updates? Is there others? Xiaomi makes some pretty decently, priced phones with Android One, like the Mi A2 Lite. I think it's an Android One phone for like $190 some. Fantastic phone that gets updates like a Pixel or Essential or whatever. The Blue, I'm not really sure how their updates are. My niece got the Rebel 4 rip off. Those LG budget phones are all recycled under another name, but never in specs or improvement. They will never get back to the old great budget Volt days. Exactly. E5 Cruise and Play is only good for light usage. Always go with the Super or Plus. Yes, if you can afford it. That is. There's a big price difference. E5 Cruise, free. E5 Supra, $179. It's a big difference, or $189. Anyway, it's up there in price. Almost $200. So from free to near $200 is a big difference there. So whatever you can afford, pretty much. Okay, so from AT&T to Cricket, if you have AT&T and go into Cricket, the port in does not count. Because AT&T bought out Cricket, so they're the same carrier pretty much, same towers. You can port out from Boost, T-Mobile, Metro, Sprint, all of those, but you cannot port. You can port out from AT&T to Cricket, but you won't get the port in special. So it has to be a non-AT&T, non-AT&T carrier to get the port in special. I know people will get mad, but my Essential phone, the Kia 7.1, can hang with a what? For everyday task? Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Blue, Vivo 11 Plus. Do they get good updates and firmware updates? I think I've got one on my Vivo 11 since I've got it. It's supposed to get Pi, Android 9, but I'm not sure about it. I've heard they're going to get Android 9 first of the year, but I'm not 100% certain on that. Okay, got it. Thank you. I also see Overture 3 new. Overture 3, if you can avoid it at all costs. The Overture 3 is an awful phone. An awful phone, believe me. Awful phone. I can't say it enough. I was saying they can handle with the Note 9. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have never used a Note 9. My Essential phone is just as good and fast as a Galaxy S9, because I've had them both. The Note 9, of course, I haven't tried it, but the Note 9, I mean, the 835 to 845 ain't much difference in performance anyway. Had it for like a day and I sold it. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know I've already asked a question. Hey, ask me questions you want to ask. This is a Q&A to ask how many questions you want to, that I can answer. But which carrier do you think is better, Boost Mobile or Straight Talk? When it comes to carriers, it all depends on your area. That's one thing there that I don't ever sit there and try to recommend one over the other, because it all depends on your area. I can sit here and say Boost Mobile is great in my area, and it is, but in your area, it may be awful. So basically, just check the coverage maps. Straight Talk mainly uses Verizon. So whatever works best in your area, I can't really say either way. Of course, there are better plans and better phones, in my opinion, on Boost Mobile. But the coverage with Verizon is going to surpass it in majority of areas. So that's about all I really can say. What's up, Mill Hustles? What's going on, man? Yeah, Mr. Nick, Metro, you cannot buy phones on Metro either. You cannot buy phones on Metro anymore. Another Blue promise of updates and firmware never go through. Well, we don't know. Blue's changing. Blue's getting better. So we don't know. Yeah, the Fortune 2 is much better than the Overture 3. And the Fortune 2 ain't even that good of a phone. So the Overture 3 is just awful. It's miserable. Yeah, do it. You can get a free 6S. What is the difference between the Axon 7 Mini and Axon 7? The Axon 7 Mini has a smaller display, has a smaller processor, I think, and a smaller battery. I mean, with the Axon, I think it's a 5.7 in the Axon 7 and 5.2 on the Axon 7 Mini. You got the 617 processor in the Axon 7 Mini and the 820 in the Axon 7. You may get more RAM as well in the Axon 7. So there's a pretty big difference, but I got the 7 Mini, and the 7 Mini works great. Even with the 617 processor, which is garbage, still seems to run pretty good. Battery life, not so good with it, because the 617 is not a very good battery efficient processor, but it does pretty good. What do you think about the claim that the 855 will be 45% faster? We've heard that story before from Apple. You know, usually ain't that much faster, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know for sure, but you know. What's up, Andy Logan? What's going on? Simple Mobile is selling Open Box 8 Plus for dirt cheap, 9-day return, return 9-day warranty. I'm tempted. Also, the Blue Vivo XL4 sells only for a few hours. LOL. It's now $129, which is still good for the specs. Yes, it is. Very good for the specs. Very, very good for the specs. Now, Simple Mobile selling Open Box 8 Plus for dirt cheap. What's dirt cheap? What's dirt cheap? What you think going to happen with budget and mid-range phones, updates and firmwares and other stuff? I don't know. I have no idea. I will probably go with the Fortune 2. I'm only looking for basic usage, mainly to text and call, nothing too heavy like gaming. I mean, if the E5 Cruise is still free, I would really recommend the E5 Cruise over the Fortune 2, personally. If both of them are free, I'm just telling you, because I've had the E5 Plus, and the E5 Plus and Cruise are the same phone. I've also had the Fortune 2 or the Rizio 2. It's the same phone, and I gotta be honest with you, the E5 Cruise is so much better than the Fortune 2. If they're both free. What's up, Pop Trigger? What's this about Boost charging $15 fee now? Well, they've been charging this fee for a little while now at some Boost stores. Because I remember several months back, I went into a Boost mobile store, and they wanted to charge me a $15 setup fee, which basically all it is they take the phone out of the box, they power the phone on, make sure it activates, make a test call, bam, $15. Just another pad your pocket fee is all it is. You're welcome, Mr. Nick. Yeah, like he says, like Wade Kane says, Qualcomm can say whatever they want. You won't know until phones come out with the 855. The 845 was worse in efficiency compared to the... Exactly, there was not much difference between the 835 and the 845. There wasn't. What's your take on the ZTE Max View? I don't own the Max View. on the Max 2S. And honestly, I mean, unless you want stereo speakers, an extra gigabyte of RAM, and that little portrait mode camera, dual camera on the back, you know, basically, and then you're running an older version of Android on the Max View as well. Supposed to get 8.0 or 8.1 this month. I don't know about it. I don't own the Max View, so I can't really comment on it. But the Max 2S is an awesome phone that has really been treating, you know, been doing really good. Been working out very, very well with no issues whatsoever. Thinking about that Excel 4, because I can get it for $79 with credit card rewards. What phone is that? What's the Excel 4? iPhone 8 Plus, $299 on Simple Mobile. Wow. What's up, Love Tech 47? What's going on? Yeah, long time no see. Absolutely, it's been a while. What do you think of Apple trouble because of overpriced phones? Well, as long as people buy their overpriced phones, they're going to continue to make their prices even higher and higher. $300 iPhone 8, $400 iPhone 8 Plus. Also, Smart Pay might actually be worth it on Simple Mobile if your credit is good. Thinking of getting an 8 Plus in gold. There you go, man. That's what's up. That's not a bad price. I just noticed there's a car parked next to you. Yeah, that car is actually where I normally park. It's in my way. They park it right there in my way now for some reason. Do you prefer prepaid or unlocked phones? I prefer unlocked phones now. I used to be more the prepaid. Now I am with Total Wireless, so of course, you know, most phones, unless it's a Verizon unlocked phone, can't be used with Total Wireless since it's Verizon. But as far as going GSM, I do prefer unlocked phones. I do still buy the occasional Boost mobile phone, the occasional Straight Talk and Total Wireless phones here and there, but I'm mainly liking the unlocked stuff. What's up, Ben Rose? What's up, TJ? What's going on? Hey, Andy Logan with a $1.99 donation. Hey, shout out to Andy Logan. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it a bunch. It means a lot, so thank you so much, man. Sony Ericsson needs to make a comeback. Haha. Blue XL4. Okay, gotcha. Did you see the commercials that lies about vaping? What do you think? I haven't seen any commercial about vaping. I know they're trying their best to shut it down. The reason why they're wanting to shut it down is because the government is not getting the big of a kickback on their big tobacco companies anymore like they used to. So they want to shut vaping down. The government would rather you smoke cigarettes than vape because they get a big kickback from these big companies. Big tobacco companies. So they're going to do all they can to shut these vaping people down because they're not getting the kickback like they used to get. So it's all government crap, you know. What do you think about the Boost $50 setup fee? I mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, they're going to start. I mean, they're giving you phones for dirt cheap. They're giving you these really nice phones for dirt cheap. And to make up for it, they're setting up these bogus fees. What can you do about it, you know? What do you think about the Alcatel One Touch Idol 3? I think the speakers are better than the Axon 7. I just think JBL audio. Well, the Axon 7, the speakers are banging. I mean, I got the Idol 5S, and the Idol 5S speakers, they sound awesome. But the Axon 7 mini speakers sound better. What's up, Matt's Tech Review? I've been streaming for 59 minutes. Feels longer than that. Robert says, what's your favorite budget phone? I don't really have a favorite budget phone, really. There's so many that I've used and tested. There's so many. I would say probably my favorite one that's sub $200 is the blue Vivo 11. Even though the Vivo 11 is now over 200 now, again, full price at most places, I would say the Vivo 11 is probably the best phone I've ever owned, sub $200. How do you feel about the new YouTube Stories feature? I've not used it, not ever tried it out, so I don't know. If you had to pick one, would it be cigarette smoking or vaping, and you cannot go back? It would be vaping. I don't smoke that much. Is Axon 7 Mini a good pick up in 2018 or 2019? Yeah, I still think it's a good phone. I think it's a good phone. You know. What's your favorite phone of the year for 2018? It would be my Vivo 11. I'm telling you, that phone's awesome. That phone is really, really good. I heard that 5G will make phones cost around $300 to $500 more. A OnePlus 7 or so. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. S9 is still 50% off at Cricket. I'm telling y'all, that 50% off at Cricket for the S9 for a port in, that is an amazing deal, y'all. Blue Vivo versus Idol 5S. Oh, there comes the hard questions that I can't answer. Even though the 5S is a year old, runs that really good 625 processor, the same RAM as the Blue Vivo. That's tough. I don't know. I don't know. That's a question there that I really cannot answer. Both of them are great. I like them both about equally. Nexus needs a comeback. Nexus being the low end flagship, Pixel being high end. I bit the bullet and just ordered the blue XL4 final price. Final $84.50. Where did you find the XL4 with a total of $84.50? Dang. Share it to us. Where did you? I almost bought Note 9 to get free 4K Samsung TV from T-Mobile, but 2 lines in each phone at $1,000. I could just buy 4K. Then yeah, exactly. Yeah, forget it. Absolutely. This dude is selling a 7 Plus on Facebook for $200. Either that thing is stolen or something is wrong with it. Yeah, for real. I don't know what the Vest vape is. I don't really use the mods and all that kind of stuff. I just use like the Jewel and stuff like that. That's all I really use. Does the Cricket S9 come with a Cricket logo on the back? I don't know. That's a good question. Does anybody know if the S9 from Cricket comes with the awful tramp stamp or whatever you want to call it on the back of it? 5G fries your brain, probably. That's probably what's wrong with what's gonna be wrong. I think about the Boost Mobile's fee. They should not even copy MetroPCS now, since Metro's doing the fees and starting it now with yeah. The flagships don't have the tramp stamp. Okay. I had rewards from my Amazon credit. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Got that good price. You got a really good deal there. Dang. $85 final price for the new XL4. That's what's up. So everybody got 41 watching. Be sure to smash that like button. I sure appreciate it. That's more than what I get into, David, about the CDMA versus GSM. You know, that takes just too long to answer, really. You know, best thing to do, whatever, just type it up. The differences between CDMA and GSM. Cricket is offering free SC as long as you get the tramp stamp version. If I buy a phone would be from a reputable company like eBay. Well, eBay really ain't that. Sometimes you get skinned on eBay. But Amazon, yeah, B&H Photo is really good as well. I bought a phone from B&H Photo, really good. Not bad at all. eBay, you better watch the seller and really research the seller out, because a lot of them will sit there and say that the phone's brand new, never used, and when you get it, it's falling apart, or it's not any good, or you can tell it's been used before. So always be careful. Unless it's in like one of those like Boost Mobile packs where you know it's never been opened, the seal's never been broke, then of course those you know are new. But when it comes to unlocked phones or flagship phones that come in like in a regular box, you have to be very, very careful when it comes to that. When does that open box 8 plus sale end? I'll sell all my 3 phones to get it, LOL. Mill Hustles, gotta answer. I don't know. Are you planning on getting the mini PlayStation? No, that is a pass. I've seen Flossie Carter's video on it. I was going to pass on it anyway, but after seeing his video on it and how it, nah, that's a major pass. Paid $9.99 extra, so we'll be here today. Wow, awesome. Also, you don't have the like the same day shipping, like do you not have Amazon Prime or whatever, or Prime member or whatever? One different, yeah. There you go. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. When it comes to CDMA and GSM, basically just research. Do you think AT&T, Verizon, and Cricket will do fees? Well, Verizon charges you nickels and dimes you to death anyway, so, you know, there you go. Dude said nothing was wrong with that 7 Plus, and I said, oh, okay. Well, I'll meet you at T-Mobile to verify the IMEI and had them check it out before, and he said, no thanks, haha. Ooh. So you offered to meet him at T-Mobile and all of that, and he said no thanks. Yeah, probably so. If I do buy a phone, also use a prepaid credit card. You can't go on Swapper to check the IMEI. You can go on Swapper to check the IMEI. Oh, okay. I've never dealt with Swapper, so I don't know. I bought from eBay. I've never personally been scammed with a phone on eBay, but I know someone who has. They bought an LG V20, said it was brand new in the box, brand new sealed in the box. They got it. I said, let me check it out for you. I was digging around, found out I had 40 hours of talk time on it. That's not new. The phone looked spotless. The phone was like a brand new phone. It looked brand new. I mean, not a spot to be had on it. The battery was shot. The battery would last an hour if you were lucky. That's on standby. A few days later, the back lens from the camera popped off. The lens from the flash popped off. And I said, you got scammed. And they returned the phone back with no problem. So at least they got their money back from that phone. No, I'm not going to CES. I wasn't lucky enough to go to CES this time, unfortunately. I do, but it defaulted to 2-day shipping for some reason. Ah, okay. Did Metro stop the swap phone fee? Yeah, they are stopping, calling over the phone, doing an ESN swap for the fee was $15. They took that back. So I guess enough people made enough noise, and they finally canceled it out. I never called them about it, nothing like that. So I don't swap phones on Metro because they're not my company anyway. So I really don't care. But yeah, CES, I would love to have went, and I had the opportunity to go, but it didn't happen. It was probably it was a real V20. It was definitely a real V20. It wasn't a fake. Because I got a V22. I put it side by side with it, and it was a legit V20. It was just not taken care of. So I know it was a real V20. I think Metro was the only carrier you had to call in to swap SIM. Which no. Well, Verizon you can't just swap SIMs. Sprint you can't swap SIMs. Boost, any of those you can't swap SIMs. Cricket's the only one you can just like swap a SIM out, no problem. What would you like to see in the LG Stylo 5? Wow. At least a 600 series processor, maybe even the 710. More RAM, more storage, better cameras, better build, better sound quality, all kinds of stuff. What's up, Vincent D? What do you think I should do about my S9? When I go to Metro, it won't be paid off. I don't know what to do with it. Tried to get bought out by T-Mobile, but they want a lot of money down for 3 lines. I don't know, dude. Seriously, I don't know. But it costs money to go to CES or to be invited. Well, if you're invited to it and a company invites you to it, then it's all expenses paid pretty much. I'm like 2,500 miles away from CES. CES is a tech thing, you know. Just gone from a 13-hour shift. Wow. Unreal Mobile, you have to call to switch CDMA phones. Switched from a Moto E to an E4, and it took 2 days. Wow, dang. Stylo 5 needs to be more refined. Stylo 4 looked like it was slapped together. Yeah. I've been okay, Vincent D. Hope you've been doing good. CES is Consumer Electronics Show. It's just a bunch of carriers meeting up at one place. Will it ever go in the future? I hope so. I wish I could. I figured I might have went this year, but that didn't happen. So maybe next year. I don't know. Verizon postpaid, you can swap SIMs. The problem with Verizon is you can't use any unlock you want. Oh, okay. Yeah, with Total Wireless, I can just swap SIMs from one phone to the other. But if they catch up with that, they can actually cut your service off. I've been changing my Total Wireless SIM card out from phone to phone to phone to phone to phone, and it works just fine, and everything works great. But they can, and I have heard people tell me that just swapping out SIMs from Straight Talk Total Wireless from phone to phone to phone, eventually it could catch up to the computer system and shut your whole service down, losing your number and everything. Yeah, it was a busy week. Was put in New York City all week. Holiday season is crazy now in New York. I'm sure. My phone is overheating when I'm just watching videos. Does that mean the battery is getting ready to go bad? Is it the battery or is it the CPU? Oh, yeah, the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. Wow. I don't know about crossing the water right yet. Oh, that's cool. Jim says, I do everything with the cell phone but call people. Yeah, that's what cell phones are now. They're not really to call anybody anymore. Now it's for everything else. Is it okay to swap SIM from phone to phone on Cricket? Oh, yeah. Yeah. With Cricket, you can swap as much as you want to, and there's not going to be any kind of... See, GSSIM, you should be able to change SIM to... See, my better SIM, I change from phone to phone to phone. There's no problem because it's a GSSIM SIM card and it all gets transferred. Whenever you do a CDMA, like on Total Wireless, your SIM card is locked in with an IMEI. So when you put in your SIM card from Total Wireless into, say, from an Android to an iPhone, it's showing a whole different IMEI on that SIM card. And they can literally shut it down. But GSM like Cricket, T-Mobile, AT&T, you can swap all day long. And unless your SIM goes bad from swapping so much. I leave my glasses on because, one, they're prescription. I can see just as good with them. Number two, it's dark outside, as you can tell. Number three, there's an LED light shining in my eyes. So it's either leave these on and be able to see the comment section, or take them off and see spots in my eyes all night long. So, yeah. This is the jungle. I don't know. It just gets really hot when the super screen is going black. Oh, yeah, that phone's about shot. How do you feel about the budget phone review game on YouTube these days? Any different from when you first started? It's different. I feel it is your phone and your SIM. If you want to swap it 1,000 times a day, who cares? Right. You just get hit up about CES. You don't really do it. Most time they just hit you up about it and ask if you want to go or whatever. Is there any other event coming up the CV Tech Nation we can start calling up and put the pressure on them to send you to the next event? I'm not sure about any other when the next events are or whatever. I'm not sure. I know that CES is next month. I just got a security patch update from Moto E5 Plus. Okay, nice. I mean, yeah, I guess people don't realize that when you're in the dark and you're in the car streaming, I mean, I like streaming from here because it's comfortable. I don't really have a place right now where it's really comfortable. So I was already out and about. It was getting late. I wanted to live stream. My car is a good place to do it because it's quiet, it's relaxing, it's cool. It's in the 30s, so it feels wonderful inside and outside the car. And I have to wear these because if I don't wear these, that LED light is really bright. And yeah, these have to be on regardless. It sucks getting old. I'm losing hair on top of my head, and I'm growing on my oh my goodness. If you could get invited to any phone release event, which company would you choose? It don't matter to me. Honestly, it don't matter to me. Don't really matter to me. I take any of them. How's the weather? Comfortable. About 35 degrees. We're actually in a winter storm warning, which we know how the winter storm warnings are around here. Pretty much means nothing. I heard have to use a certain USB keyboard to fix PS Classic to works fine. No way to get an emulator setting. Oh, okay. What is the real difference between the Huawei XT2 and the Huawei Elite? There is really no difference. The body, how the phone looks. Basically how the phone looks on the outside. Internals are the exact same. One's just AT&T, one's Cricket. It's the only difference. And like I said, the way the phone looks. You ready for the snow? I really don't know. We know how that is. They call for this major winter storm and all this kind of calling for a foot of snow and mess. It's liable to just rain. It's 20 degrees there. Is it just me or is ZTE lagging? There was ZTE Blade V9, but no V9 Pro yet. I have no idea. I know nothing about it, to be honest. Let's get RJ to CSC. What's CSC? Or you mean CES? Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with them. It's just if a company wants to send you there or not. I think you do a better show inside the car. I like here. I like being here. Hello, Angela. What would you do if you got invited to CES? I'd go. I'd go. I'd do all kinds of videos on it. Yeah. RJ would even travel to cover the release of the next Orbit Wonder thing. Honestly, the Orbit Wonder is not a bad phone. Switch to live chat. It is. I'm on live chat. Actually, the Orbit Wonder is not a bad phone. I pulled it out the other day and started using it a little bit. And the biggest complaint that I have with the Orbit Wonder is the crappy fingerprint scanner. It's awful. It never registers. But the phone is pretty good. But yeah, I've been on live chat since I started. So I refreshed it, but yeah, it's the same. What do you think of the CFO of Huawei arrested? Yeah, we discussed that the other night. I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy. If RJ got invited to CES shopping spree for... How about if Coolpad... Hey, even if Coolpad sent me, I'd go. Shoot, hey, I don't care. I mean, really, I'd go. Coolpad's not really relevant, really. No idea why people have an issue if you stream from a car. I know. It's just people want to nitpick every little nothing. That's all it is. They got to find something to nitpick. That's all it is, pretty much. I remember a few months ago you were sitting in your car super hot. Would you rather have a super hot or super cold? Definitely super cold. Oh no, you're not going to please everyone. That ain't going to happen. That is never going to happen. Can you use phone in the weather around 15 below zero streaming YouTube? Just wondering. I've never been in that low of a temperature place before. Oh, that is so original. That is so original coming from these morons saying people are fat. You know, you're seeing me from my shoulders up. Get a life. That's very original. And my feelings are so hurt. Where's my baby aspirin? I've never been in a climate 15 below zero, so I wouldn't know. How large are those glasses? Look, I'm cooling you and you like a Terminator. They're normal size, really. They're prescription. So I can see just as good. I've drove in the dark with these on. And I can see just as good with these on as I can in my regular glasses. They look dark. And they are super dark. But looking out, I can see everything around me clearly. It's weird how they're made. I do not care about what anybody says. The Coolpad Canvas is the best phone for 45 on the market. Yeah, the Coolpad Canvas was a good phone. All their other phones on the market are crap. But the Coolpad Canvas was a good phone. The Coolpad Canvas was a lot like the ZTE Warp 7. Basically the same phone. It looked alike, the same design, same everything. Same processor, RAM, ROM. It was all the same phone. So the Coolpad Canvas or the Coolpad Splatter. They have the Coolpad Splatter, which is the same as the Canvas, just an unlocked model. And that wasn't a bad phone. I have to agree, that wasn't a bad phone. It what take to pay bills, at least market honest money, not bad for... I'm not understanding that comment at all, dude. Sorry. LO, yeah, I know, right? Is there a way to hit the thumbs up button when you're listening to live chat? If you're looking at it, all you gotta do is push the X up there and just push the like button. I'm not even sure how many dislikes. I'm just curious about how many dislikes I have. Only one. Okay, I see that BRY was hidden. He's in here a lot. What was said? I'm curious because he's always in my live streams, so I'm kind of curious what was said. RJ handling the trolls with ease. They don't bother me. I mean, calling me fat. Wow, call me fat. I don't give a rip. I mean, honestly, what's the point of fat shaming somebody? Who gives a crap? I mean, let people live their lives. Who cares? I mean, you know, I like that word, my baby aspirin. I know, I'm telling you. I mean, I take a whole half of a baby aspirin because it just hurts your feelings so bad. Will you stream in your car if it does snow where you live? Probably not, because unfortunately I ain't got a four-wheel drive right now. Right now I don't have one, so I literally can't get out literally if it snows any at all much. Yeah, gotta make sure it's the canvas, not the catalyst is crap. Make sure it's the canvas, not the catalyst. Do you think HTC is finished? I don't know. I kind of wish they would come back. But I don't know. Talking about RJ in his car, not trying to be bad, just saying, okay. Oh, okay. Dang, we got some hidden and unhidden and times out, and my goodness. I don't think I gave an actual review of the Moto G6. I done an unboxing of 2 G6s. The first G6 I unboxed was the unlocked version. The second one was whenever it came out for the Total Wireless. It was the same version pretty much. Oh, that don't bother me. Saying that don't. I mean, you ain't got to really block for that. I'm still using my Nokia 6.1 so far. I'm not missing my iPhone 7. Watching from Jamaica. Awesome. Thank you for watching. I got my glasses from my eye doctor. How cold does it get where you live when it snows? Mostly, sometimes in the teens, sometimes in the 20s. The coldest I ever remember really ever being here is like 0, 1. Rarely, if ever, does it get below 0 here. I saw RJ's performance test of the Moto G6 and it had very bad RAM management. Had to reload almost every app. Yes. Yes. Everybody's standing on guard. I'm on the phone. T-Mobile, my bill's a little crazy. I'm telling, oh, we don't give the haters the hammer anymore. We give them baby ass. Nah, nah. Yeah. When it comes to banning, basically, I only ban those who really are just relentless and are really being very hateful, rude, shaming, stuff like that. Then they just get the ban, because I'm like, they're just irrelevant. They're really irrelevant. But other things. No, I ain't touching the screen. Y'all see, I ain't touching the screen. So, anyway. the timing out and the bans, they do need to be justified. I mean, really, to be banned, needs to be, if it's really justified. It don't ruin chats if the chats are rude. Okay, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. Because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And what's the point of it? That's not what this channel is about. What phones do you have on you tonight? Right now, I have the blue Vivo 11, my iPhone 6S, and my Idol 5S. Yeah, pointless points ruin chats. If it's not adding to the conversation, then mods can do what they please, says Wade County. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have time. There's enough hate and enough hurtful stuff going around. We don't need it. We don't need it in chats as well. Just don't need it. I mean, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not talking about anybody. I leave everybody alone. I expect the same respect that I give everybody else. because I can. So anyway, on that note, let's moving on. Been for an hour and a half now. I'm going to shut it down here soon. It's already, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. I have to add you. Let's see. If you had a chance to make best smartphone and use it, I've said that a lot. It's just people with no lives. That's all it is. People with no lives is basically. You know, we try to get on here and just talk normally and not try to, you know, we try to keep things, you know, on a certain level, and then you got people that are just rude and they have no respect for anybody else or their self. So that's all it is. It's no big thing. It don't bother me none. But yeah, I'm fixing to hop off of here in a minute anyway. I've been in for an hour and a half. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning anyway. I mean, it's amazing how somebody can see me, see how I look, fully unlook, or how I fully look in a dark car from my shoulders up. I guess because I got a, you know, I guess. I don't know. I find it funny and hilarious. T-Mobile is getting into the banking business, offering a checking account with 4%. Oh, okay. The mods are banning comments that are okay, like bullying. Yeah, if there's any bullying, any of that kind of crap, whatever, we shut it down. There's no sense in it. It's pointless. You know, to make people, to try to make people, nah, come on now. You know, there's enough of that going around, you know? Probably the same, yeah. Probably. Don't matter to me none. I'm trying to mind my own business, do my own thing. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not doing things. I'm not. No. I'm just trying to be me. You know. But anyway, I guess on that note, I guess I'm gonna wrap this thing up. A favorite device of 2018 video. I'm thinking about doing like my top 5 devices. They don't have to all be in 2018. They can be older devices as well. I know that's bad to do that because it's not like, you know, new, but I don't really care what anybody thinks. Curtis Brady says, I am sorry people are butt heads and say very rude things. I apologize for anybody that feels they need to put people down that way. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, they're gonna they're gonna always be around. They're always gonna be here. So that's the way they do people to the good people. Exactly. You helping people, that's a good thing. The most time the good ones is the ones that gets bashed the most, and that's fine. That's life. So it's all good. I can't add anybody right now as a mod. Had to be done from an iPhone. Yeah. All right. Well, it's almost 2 a.m. So I want to be jetting out of here. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining in tonight. I'm gonna get out of here. You just got verified on YouTube. Awesome. Awesome. All right, you have a blessed night. Good night, Andy, Logan, Shay Candy. Thank y'all for joining in. I appreciate y'all joining in tonight. Everybody, have a great night and have a great weekend. So on that note, thank you all for joining in. All the likes and donations, appreciate it a lot. It means a lot. So yeah, peace out, y'all.